Hey, it's Michael from the Rocket Company, and I'm so excited today to introduce you to Launchpad. I've got Moleskine journals, notebook things on my bookshelf from over a year ago. I do a new one every year, and last year's has notes of where I was dreaming and planning and praying for what and outlining what this program might be. And I'm so excited to release it. I'm so excited that it's launched and it's live and it's ready to help your church succeed. And I wanted to put together a short video to let you know what it is, how it can help, and how you can get a free trial and jump in. And so here's the one sentence that describes Launchpad. Launchpad is a monthly membership program that delivers bite-sized coaching, done-for-you resources, and real church examples to help you lead a growing church. So let me talk about a couple pieces of that. It's a monthly membership program. So this is different from Giving Rocket and Preaching Rocket and Volunteer Rocket. That is like a course. This is new, fresh content every month. It's bite-sized coaching. And so while those other programs I just mentioned dive deep on a particular topic, this is bite-sized coaching. In other words, the videos are like 15 to 20 minutes. They're designed to be super helpful on a bite-sized piece of church. It's got done-for-you resources. And so we don't just tell you what to do. We actually do it for you when we can. It's all about saving you time. And then real church examples, because we want to show you what God is doing in other churches, because we believe other churches are some of the best teachers for us as leaders. And all this is going to help you lead a healthy and a growing church. And I believe it's possible, and not only possible, but it should be the norm that your church is healthy and growing. Those two are not opposite of each other. A little bit more. Inside Launchpad, we're going to look at the calendar and help you with what's now and what's next. So because this is monthly coaching, we're only creating it about 1 to 3 months in advance, and so we're able to be time sensitive. So in the summer, we're helping you think about what should be going on in your church in the summer. In the fall, we're talking about the fall. We're going to be able to respond to your needs and to the needs of the community. We're going to give you bite-sized coaching and simple tools you can use to improve every area of your church. And so again, this is not just about giving. It's not just preaching. It's not just volunteers. We have incredible programs for those. This is designed to help every area of your church: worship, missions, discipleship, children's ministry, family ministry, staff, leadership, volunteers, all the different areas of your church based on the themes that we're going to talk about every month. It's helpful, so helpful and practical, and it's also affordable. And at the end of this very short video, I'm going to tell you how you can get a free trial. And then even if you continue after that, it's one of the most affordable or cheap resources that we've ever put together. And so here's just a few of the benefits of joining Launchpad. Number one, you'll feel more prepared. You're just going to feel prepared. Not just preparation is not just about preparing a sermon, but are you prepared to be a leader, to lead the mission and to lead the organization? You'll maximize your time because we're going to do work for you. This is not about just telling you what to do or inspiring you with all the stuff that you could do, but we want to do it for you and help you save time. You'll have access to church leaders and other real church examples. And so I'm going to bring interviews and some of my friends and some of the pastors and church leaders that you know and trust and respect, and allow them to speak into this and speak into your church as well. You'll be part of a community of like-minded leaders. You are not in this alone. And so we want to gather you together in person and online to be a part of this community called Launchpad. And then I believe it'll help your church grow in size, strength, and health. All those things are all important, and all those things are all possible. And so I know you've got questions, and so let's just dive into what do we get. I mean, say, okay, sounds great. What do we get? Tell me what we get. And here we go. The first thing that we're going to deliver to you every single month is fresh, new how-to coaching. And I call it how-to coaching because I get frustrated sometimes with all the inspirational stuff that's out there. It's great that you're inspired, but then when you come home from the big inspirational thing, you go, well, what do I do and how do I do it? And so our coaching is designed to be how-to. Actionable, implementable, I don't know if that's a word, but easy to implement content that you can put in place in your church that month. And so let me just give you some examples. And so we might pick the worship service. And instead of being broad and talking about 50 things about the worship service, we're going to say, hey, there's 3 things that every worship service needs, and this month we're just going to focus on one of them. And we'll give you the real church example, and we'll give you the coaching, and we'll think on just how to improve that one thing. It'll make a big difference. Staff. We're not going to talk about the broad, all this big stuff you could talk about. No, we're going to dive specific and say this month, when we talk about staff, it's about performance reviews. And here's some coaching on how to do a performance review. And what do you do if it's a good review? And what do you do if it's a bad review? And let's talk about that. And then we'll give you the resources and the tools to do it. And then the next time we talk about staff, we'll pick a different element. So it's bite-sized. You can do this. And then it's communications, another one. All kinds of stuff we could talk about. Well, we're just going to pick one thing, like the church bulletin. And we're going to say, give you examples of good ones and bad ones and what should be in it and how to make it better. And that's just one example of what we're going to do. We've got stuff on goal settings, how to use your mission statement in real life around your church, how to sign up a bunch of volunteers quick when we talk about volunteers, how to plan your day when we talk about leadership, how to follow up with guests when we talk about follow-up. So you can see that this coaching is practical and it's bite-sized and you can implement it. And then number 2 is done-for-you resources. So we're not just going to tell you what to do. We're actually going to do some of this for you. And so if we're talking about surveying your congregation in the summer, we're going to give you the survey. And then we'll talk about the results, and you'll be able to share the results and what's happening and compare that with other churches around. We're talking about staff evaluations. We'll give you the form to use, and we'll talk about it and show you, what's on it and how to use it and how to implement it. If we're telling you to send an email to your church about something because that's the theme that month, we're going to actually write the email and just highlight yellow for you what you need to change to reflect your church, and we'll send it to you. And so it's done for you. And so you can cut and paste, and it'll save you time. You won't have to start with that blank sheet of paper. Every month, we're going to give you a real church example to go along with whatever we're talking about. And so we'll show you a video, like we're talking about welcome. We'll show you a video of a great one and talk to you about what makes it great. And so I want you to see and hear what's really working in real churches all around the world. Another benefit that you're going to get every month, you're going to get a new one of these. It's called a Just Say This script. And I'm working on a lot of these, writing some of these and leading a team of writers to help put these together. And so we're creating scripts for you to use for different elements and different questions and things that come up in your church. And some of them you can just say from the platform or the pulpit. Others you can keep in a folder and have as an email response. They can be templates that you can use. And so let me give you some examples. What do you say when you receive the offering? Well, use the Just Say This script. We'll give you 1 month. Just say this when you're about to start singing. We found that most worship leaders don't set up the worship time properly. Well, here's what they can say, a script. What do you say when someone corrects your theology? Just say this when you want to thank volunteers. Just say this when you send a contribution statement in the mail. Send this letter with them. Just say this right before you baptize somebody. Just say this when a volunteer shows up late. Just say this when you're behind budget and need to update the church. Just say this when a parent is nervous about leaving their child in the nursery. Just say this when they ask you about your stance on homosexuality. And so you can see those are just some examples of that. We're just going to write this out for you. Just say this scripts that you can use from the stage. You can use as a template. Your ministry team leaders can use them. You can have them for reference. Another benefit is you're going to get access to the resource vault, 24/7 access to just a collection of all kinds of documents and spreadsheets and forms and PDFs. If it is a resource or a document that we think will help your church, then we're going to put it in the resource vault and it'll be there for you. If you create a great resource or a document and you want to share it with the Launchpad community, you send it to us and we put it in the resource vault. And this is designed so that when you need to create something, that you don't have to start with that blank Word document, that you can go there and find something and see what somebody else has already done, some of the legwork for you. Exclusive gatherings. We're creating some online and offline exclusive gatherings. We'll gather the Launchpad tribe together just to hang out, to do some learning together, to do some relationships, to do some life together. And you will have access to those. People, the public won't hear about them. They'll be just for you. We'll get together, and we'll even get you together with some leaders that you know and trust and respect. And then we've created a private Facebook group, and we're going to give you VIP access to the private Facebook group. Again, you're not alone. We're with you. We're going to go in there and interact and talk and have conversations and try to connect you with other people who are wanting to lead a healthy and growing church as well. And so you're going to get all of that stuff as a part of Launchpad. All of this every month, brand new content, brand new coaching, brand new done-for-you resources, brand new real church examples, a brand new Just Say This script. Every month you're going to get brand new timely content that's matched up with the calendar with what's now and what's next. So I know you're wondering how much this costs. Well, to answer that question, I have really, really, really good news, because you start with a free 14-day trial. And so I know you want to see what it's like. I mean, this video is kind of describing it, but you want to see it. And so I've created a free 14-day trial. And in that first 14 days, you can see what an entire month is like. There's a video that's really, really, really helpful. I think it'll help your church. There's the done-for-you resources that you can download and use. There's a real church example that you can learn from. And so it's all there in the free 14-day trial. And it's that free 14-day trial is helpful content. It's like the program's going to be. And so you start with that, and it's free, and you sign up. And if you don't want to move ahead by the time the 14 days are up, you click a button, and we will not charge your credit card. After that, it's just $35 a month. And there's no contracts, and you can cancel anytime. So you start with a free trial, and then there's no long-term contract. So if something changes in your church, maybe there's a staff change, maybe there's just something that's going on and you need to cancel, it is easy to cancel. You just log in, you hit cancel. You don't have to call anybody. You don't have to email anybody. It's just easy to cancel because we wanted to honor you that way and not make it difficult or hide it for you. We're not trying to trick you into being a part of this program. We think it's really, really, really helpful. And I really believe that every church in America can afford this. And so not only have we worked really hard to make it helpful and useful and usable, but we worked really, really hard to keep the cost down as low as we could possibly make it so that you can be a part of Launchpad. If you want to jump in, if you want to get that free trial, and then if you keep going, you pay the $35 a month, you just go to launchpadoffer.com, launchpadoffer.com. You enter in all your information. You'll get the access to the free trial. You can start that right away. At 14 days, we'll charge your card, and then every month after that, you charge your card, your church card, whatever card you want to use. Of course, you can change it later. It's super easy. It's super helpful. And it's really, really, really affordable. And I think it'll really help your church. I am personally excited to invest a lot of my time into this program, into helping your church succeed, because that's what we're here to do. We are here to help your church succeed and fulfill your unique vision, your God-given purpose in your community. And so we are honored to come alongside you. And I think Launchpad will be a thing that can really, really help your church succeed in the next season of ministry. And so jump in, launchpadoffer.com, get that free trial, and see what it's like in those 14 days. And then I hope you'll continue to journey with us after that. God bless.